Hey family, and welcome to week 2 of your 30-day yoga challenge. Congratulations, you made it to week 2, and we're on day 8. Today we're going to glorify our lights within. So, if you're not already, please join me in a standing position because we're going to start in standing today. Close your eyes, wiggle your toes, and bring your hands to rest right in front of your heart chakra, right in the center of your chest. Perfect. Let's take a few rounds of breath. Take a deep inhale and bring your shoulders up by your ears. Exhale and allow them to come down by your sides. Again, deep inhale through your nose, sending your shoulders up to your ears. And exhale, release and bring them down to the ground. Let's use this moment to set your intention for today's practice, your intention for the second week of yoga. What is your why? Take a few rounds of breath as you focus in on that and get settled into today's practice. For your next round of breath, release your hands by your side, wiggle your fingers, open your eyes, and give yourself a big smile. Join me in the front of the mat. And on an inhale, you're going to bend your knees and send your arms up above your crown, hands meeting prayer position. On an exhale, they're going to slice down to the ground, slight bend in your knees. Chest may come to your knees. On an inhale, you're going to slide your hands slowly up your legs, sending your elbows tightened by your sides, and crown goes forward. On an exhale, you're going to go back down the way that you came, release, and plant your hands outside of your feet. It's good if you keep a slight bend in your knees. Next, I want you to send your left foot back gently, and then send your right foot back. Plank pose. If you're comfortable here, take a slight shift forward, but if not, bring your knees down to the mat and send your elbows to the back of the room as you guide your chest, your torso down to the mat. On an inhale, you're going to slightly peel the front of your body off the mat. And an exhale, you're going to release back down to the mat. On the next inhale, you're going to slowly move through tabletop position, moving deliberately with intention. Next, you're going to tuck your toes, hover your knees, and send your butt up to the sky for downward facing dog. Take this moment to pedal your dogs out, lifting one heel off the ground at a time. Pedal it out, pedal it out. Great job. Being sure to follow your breath, making sure your fingertips are spread wide on the mat. Perfect. Find a place of stillness. Next, walk one foot in front of the other to make your way to the top of the mat. Being sure to follow your breath, not moving quickly, but being sure to move slowly. Take an inventory on how your body feels. Make your way to the front of the mat in between your hands. And let's take a moment to hang out here. Ragdoll. With each hand, grab your elbows and take a slight, gentle sway from left to right. Being sure to follow your breath. With each round of breath, your chest might come closer to your knees. Be sure to keep a nice micro bend in your knees in this position. Find a place of stillness and release your arms. On your next inhale, use your hands to paint up your legs. Send your crown forward, elbows tucked in, flat back. Exhale and paint down your legs to release. On an inhale, you're going to stack your body, your spine, one piece at a time. As you come up to standing position, gonna release your arms out by your sides, and hands will meet up in prayer position above your crown. And on an exhale, they're gonna come in front of your heart chakra and find their final resting place by your sides. Mountain pose. Great job. Wiggle your fingers. Give yourself a big smile. Smile, it's only yoga. So one of my favorite yoga instructors said, and ever since then, whenever I'm in a pose, and my mind wanders, I remember to smile, and it gets me back in my practice. So smile. Next inhale, bend your knees. Send your arms up above your head, hands meet in prayer position. Exhale, slice down as you come down and your hands touch the ground. On an inhale, your hands are going to paint up your legs. Crown goes forward, flat back. Exhale, paint down your legs and plant your hands outside of your feet. Send your right foot back gently. Next, followed by your left foot back for plank pose. If you're comfortable here, the next inhale, shift forward, send your elbows back, and allow your torso to melt down to the ground. On an inhale, with your hands underneath your shoulders, you slowly peel your front torso off the ground. Exhale and release back down to the ground. Next inhale, you're going to slowly move through tabletop position, perhaps adjusting your hands before tucking your toes and then allowing your knees to hover off the mat. Next, you'll send your butt up to the sky and your heels are going to start going towards the ground. One day they might touch, one day. Take a moment and pedal it out. This is where I am. My mat, my practice. Your mat, your practice. So honor where your body is today. We're glorifying the light within. Find a moment of stillness, a place of stillness. Stop pedaling. Next, step one foot in front of the other as you make your way to the top of the mat. Like you're walking on a straight line. Being sure not to rush because we're taking our time, because this is our time. When you reach the front of the mat, grab each elbow and take a gentle sway from right to left, being sure that your feet are grounded down. Find a place of stillness and release your arms. On the next inhale, slowly paint your hands up your legs. Send your crown forward, flat back. On an exhale, paint your hands down your legs to release. On the next inhale, slowly stack your spine as you make your way to standing position, being sure that your head is the very last thing that rises. Bring your arms out and up above your crown. Meeting in prayer position. Exhale. Hands come in front of your heart chakra before they find their final resting place by your side. Mountain pose. One more time. Bend your knees. Take a deep breath. Send your hands up above your crown, meet in prayer position. Exhale, slice down to the ground. Slight bend in your knees. Slightly brush the ground before you paint up your legs with your arms. Sending your elbows back, crown forward. Exhale, paint back down your legs to release. Plant your hands outside your feet. Send your left foot back, and then your right foot back. Next, allow both knees to come down to the mat. Make your way, untuck your toes, and slowly make your way to tabletop position. Great job. Spread your fingertips. Make sure your hands are located underneath your shoulders. And your knees are hip width distance apart. On an inhale, you're going to round your back and send your gaze to your belly button for cat pose. On an exhale, you're going to release and send your gaze up to the sky, butt up to the sky for cow pose. On an inhale, you're going to round your back, send your gaze to your belly button for cat pose. On an exhale, you're going to release and send your gaze up, butt up for cow pose. One more time. Inhale. Round your back, send your gaze to that belly button. Spread those fingertips wide, cat pose. Exhale. Release, send your gaze to the sky, butt up to the sky, cow pose. Find a neutral position, place of stillness. And on the next inhale, you're going to tuck your toes and gently allow your knees to hover off the mat. On the next exhale, gently place your knees back down on the mat, untuck your toes. The next inhale, tuck your toes, allow your knees to hover, and send your butt up to the sky, downward facing dog. Great job. Raise one heel at a time as you pedal your dogs out. One knee at a time. Pedaling the dogs, pedaling the dogs. Find a place of stillness, spread your fingertips wide, and step one foot in front of the other as you make your way up to meet your feet at the front of the mat. Great job. Grab each elbow and take a gentle sway from right to left. Being sure that there's a slight micro bend in the knees. Find a place of stillness, release your hands. And on an inhale, use your hands to paint up your legs, send your crown forward, elbows in, flat back. Exhale, paint down your legs, release. Next inhale, stack your spine, one vertebrae at a time, to make your way to standing position. Moving with your breath, there's no rush. This is our space, our time. Bring your hands up above your crown to meet in prayer position. Exhale, hands releasing, come in front of your chest. Before they find their final resting position by your sides for mountain pose. Wiggle your fingers and join me in the center of your mat, still in standing. And separate your feet about 3 or 4 feet apart, depending on your height. Your toes should be facing the front corners of your mat, and your heels should be pointed inwards. It's kind of like this. Raise your hands out by your side to make a T shape, and take this moment to check and see if your ankles and wrists are in alignment. If they are, great. If they're not, like me, take this moment to adjust. Great job. On an inhale, you're going to slowly bend your knees, being sure to keep that pelvis in place, not sticking your butt up, not going too far forward. Great job. Exhale, you're going to release. Bring your arms down by your side. The next inhale, you're going to send your arms out, bend your knees. Great job. Try to go a little bit lower. Exhale and release your hands back down by your sides. On this inhale, we're going to bend our knees, trying to make a 90-degree angle with the ground. And then next, we're going to bend our arms to make goal pose. So it's going to look like this. Inhale, bend your knees, arms come out, arms come up, goal pose. goddess pose. Look at you goddesses. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, bend your knees, send your arms out. Take a slight bend with your arms for goddess pose. Be sure to check your shoulders. Make sure all four corners of your feet are touching the mat. Be sure that you're following your breath at this time. Hold for one more breath. Sink a little lower. Exhale and release. Great job. If this is a comfortable wide stance for you, stay here. If you can, heel toe out one more foot. Inhale, bring your arms out by your side. And on an exhale, you're going to slowly dive forward with a flat back. If that is too difficult or that your arms are tired, bring your hands in to rest right on your hips. So inhale, we're going to slowly lean over, flat back. Great job. The next exhale, we're going to send our left hand to the ground or our mat if your hand is on your mat. And next, we're going to bring our right hand up. Your hand should be placed right in front of your face. So take this moment to check your nose with your hand, as you see me doing. And next, we're going to bring our right arm up to paint up our bodies and send it to the sky. Wiggle your fingers. We won't be here long. Exhale, release your hand back down to the mat and replace your right hand with your left hand. Use your left hand to paint up your body, sending your gaze up to the sky. Extend your arm. Be sure that all four corners of your feet are pressed down on the mat. Good job. Exhale and release it back down to the ground. The next inhale, on the next inhale, bring both of your hands to your hips and slowly bring your body back up the way it came. Moving with intention, following our breath. Great job. Next, I want you to heel toe, toe heel, your way back to standing position, taking your time, enjoying this time and space for yourself. There's no rush. We'll make it to standing. Great job. Release your hands, wiggle your fingers. On an inhale, bend your knees and bring your shoulders up by your ears. On an exhale, release them back down your back. One more time. Inhale. Bring your knees, bring your shoulders up to your ears. Exhale and send them back down your back. Join me at the front of the mat. Both feet standing. And on an inhale, you're going to bend your knees. Bring your hands up above your crown, meeting in prayer position. Exhale, slice that down to the ground. Slide bending your knees. Hands gently brush the ground before they paint up our legs and send our crown forward, flat back. Exhale, paint back down your legs and plant each hand outside of your feet. Step your right foot back gently, followed by your left foot. Great job. Bring both knees down to the mat and bring your hands in closer. Allow both toes to touch. Knees go as far as the mat, and butt gently makes its way down to your feet for our yummy child's pose. Hands help to guide our forehead to the mat as we take a few rounds of breath here. Allowing our elbows to rest on the mat. We enjoy and sink into this resting posture. Goddess pose is one of my most difficult poses, and I'm showing it to show you guys that progress and patience is also a part of your yoga journey and practice. Some days will be better than the others. Some days you'll be like, I love this asana. And other days you'll be like, I'm going to do child's pose the whole time. And both are okay. It's important to follow your breath and listen to your body. If you feel uncomfortable, any discomfort, gently move your body out of the pose that you're in and find a comfortable resting posture for you. That may be seated, that may be Savasana, or it might be child's pose like we're in now. It's most important for you to take care of your body. Take one more round of breath. Your chest might get a little closer to the ground. Fingertips resting on the mat. Butt is resting on our feet. On your next round of breath, slowly use each hand one at a time and make your way back to your body. One hand behind the other. Perfect. Great job. Bring both of your knees together. And next, bring both of your hands over to the left side and swing your legs out in front of you. Scooch your butt down the mat and extend both legs in front of you. Back comes down to the mat for Savasana. Hands face the ceiling, heels together, toes flat open. Close your eyes and let's take a few rounds of breath here as we ground down. Deep inhales through your nose and slow releases through your mouth. Inhales through your nose, slow release through your mouth. Great job. Bat your eyes open. And on the next inhale, you're going to send both of your feet up to the ceiling or sky. Keep both feet flexed. Your knees should be bent like a 90-degree angle. Back should be flushed on the mat. Take your two fingertips and grab both of your big toes like this, or you can grab your ankles with both hands. Find a place of comfort for you. Your arms should be on the inside of your thighs. Elbows and knees should be close to each other. And you can wiggle your toes. Apparently, that's my place of comfort right now. Find a place of stillness. Find your comfortable place. And on the next inhale, see if you can slowly send your right knee to the ground. Maybe it kisses the ground, maybe it doesn't. But today we're going to see if we can. On the next exhale, you're going to come back to center. And on an inhale, you're going to go over to your left side. Maybe the left knee gently kisses the ground. Maybe it doesn't. We're going to try. On the next exhale, you're going to come back to center. Inhale, let's try our right side again to see if our right knee will kiss the ground. If this is too much, you can certainly find your place of stillness in the center, following your breath, allowing yourself to enjoy this happy baby pose. How many of us have seen babies like this? And they always look happy. On the next round of breath, slowly send your left knee to the ground. Maybe it kisses the ground. Exhale and bring it up to center. Heels face the ceiling. Release your toes or your ankles and bring your knees in together before allowing them to extend in front of you for our final Savasana of today's practice. Your heels touch, toes flap open, palms face the ceiling, eyes are closed. Sink into your mat, ground down. Follow your breath. The second week of practice for 2021. How exciting. Way to go for showing up for yourself, setting this new space and time and practice. Or perhaps returning to a practice that you haven't visited in a while. It's a pleasure to share this space and time with you. It's a pleasure to know that you're carving out time for yourself. You're practicing self-care, especially in times like these. Find your place of stillness. Find your place of quiet, your place of rest. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Slowly release through your mouth. Savasana is a great position because after practicing, you're left with your thoughts, and then you're allowed to meditate. It's nice to just have this space and time for yourself. So even when you have short practices, try to make nice Savasana part of how you end it. With each round of breath, you feel your body sinking closer and closer into the mat. Shoulders become more flush. Toes flap a little bit more open. Palms face the sky. The next round of breath, slowly wiggle your toes. Next one, wiggle your fingers. And bat your eyes open. Bring awareness back to your body. Bring both hands over to the right side of your body. And make your way to fetal position. Nice fetal position before we rise up. Take your time, and when you're ready, use each hand to gently guide your body back up off the mat. Bring your body to the center of the mat, your comfortable seated position, and close your eyes. Bring your hands to your kneecaps or allow them to come in front of your heart chakra in prayer position. Take a deep inhale, bring your shoulders up by your ears, exhale, and they release down to the ground. If your hands aren't in prayer position, bring them there now. I want you to focus in on your intention that you started this second week of practice with. Your why for showing up. What a glorious time it's been to practice with you today. I can't wait to continue this practice on the second week. On the next round of breath, bring your thumbs to meet in between your eyebrows, resting right on your third eye. Give it a gentle massage, wake it up as we send and use all the goodness that we just practiced and apply it to the rest of our day. Renewed, glorified, rejuvenated. I can't wait to see you tomorrow on day 9. Namaste.